What's up, guys? We are back in Dallas. It is Tuesday, January 7th, and today will be our first session at Winstar Casino. But first, gotta get back in shape. It's been close to 18 days, and our muscles have deteriorated from lack of proper eating and no exercise. So it's time to get back to it, and let's hit the gym. Hey guys, we're back. That was one heck of a workout. Pretty rough, as this is our first workout coming back from the new year, and we haven't worked out for over 18 days, so lost a lot of muscle mass and a lot of strength. And I just kept the weights a little bit lighter today just to make sure I didn't get hurt and make it through the workout, because I am still feeling a little bit under the weather. But welcome to my isolation chamber. This is where I do all my meditation and contemplation. As you can see, I like plants, and I have quite a few of them in here, and most of them are all water-based, and they all lived. As when we went to Michigan, there were no casualties because these are all water-based, and there's no need to water or take care of them. And my fish tank back there has an automatic feeder. And I'll discuss that more about my fish tank later throughout the series, or in a later video. But the topic of contemplation today is, why do we meditate, or why should we meditate? And well, let's just start off. The first is, why do we even meditate, and why does it bring us peace, right? Like, when we meditate, what happens? Well, when we meditate, what happens is that we are controlling our thoughts. And when we control our thoughts, in other words, we stop it from manifesting, from coming, which means that we are living in the present, because our thoughts are based on the past or on the future, never in the present. For example, when you're thinking about something that happened to you, it's in the past. Or when you think about ideas, it's all based on memories and experiences. And then, if you were to think about what you're gonna do later, then you think about the future. So when thoughts exist, you're never really living in the present until you stop and cease to think. And then you become the observer, the doer. And then you start living in the present. But more importantly, why does meditating bring us peace? Because, and why should we meditate, right? So I just talked about why meditating makes our mind peaceful, because our mind is not pulled into the past or dragged into the future, and it's left to exist as in the state that it should be in. And when we meditate, what we're doing is we are directing our mind to an object of meditation, usually the breath or in other forms, but the breath is usually where most beginners start. So when we direct our attention to the breath, we are focusing. We're directing our focus on there. And when we focus, then we develop concentration. And eventually, this concentration allows us to start seeing things clearer. all that is pretty advanced, and that's not what we want to get into right now. My goal right now is to try to get you to just start meditating, start practicing, because you need to start from somewhere. And most people, when they close their eyes, it's very hard for them to control their thoughts. So I would recommend a beginner to, in a way, meditate by kind of directing your vision to somewhere kind of in front of you, but not really looking at a specific object. You just kind of staring straight ahead, like what I'm doing right now, where you really can't see. I'm not really looking at anything. What I'm really doing is looking to the back of my mind. So, as a poker player, we all done this before, right? When you are bluffing or when you go all in, and then the other player's thinking and tanking, what do? You freeze. You stop all your actions, you stop your emotions, and you start just, in a way, meditating. You're focusing on just one thing. You try not to act, try not to move, try not to think, try not to display anything. So anytime you playing poker and you want to meditate, you can. You just kind of start directing your attention right back to your breath, focus on your breathing, and then observe the table, because that's what we should be doing anyways. And when you start doing that, what you do is you start building your mental strength and your capacity to stay focused. So we start by training our ability to focus and keeping that focus, because that's the hardest thing to do when you start meditating, is having a single focus for a very long time. Most people, when they meditate, if they were to start, they would probably be able to keep a focus on the breath for about 5 to 10 seconds before they start trailing away. So when you are at the poker table, you could keep doing this to help you train yourself, and then eventually you get better and better. So I think that's our topic of contemplation for today. My mind is kind of slow and not very sharp because I'm drained, so I will have more in-depth, and I guess we'll be able to speak with more clarity in the future, in the future videos anyways. So it's time to hit the road and let's make some money. What's up, guys? So we are back from Winstar, another unproductive session. The the biggest hand of the night was the 10-8 of clubs, where we flopped a double gut shot, did a check raise squeeze, got the original razor out, but then the overcaller went over the top with top pair top kicker, and it held up. So that was the biggest part of the night, and everything else was just small pots here and there, and constantly losing with the hands that you are the top of our range. So it was just one of those bleeding nights, and I think hope things should turn around. Just gotta believe in the process and know that things will get better. Until tomorrow, have a good night.